Nairn Ward and Highland Council who've given us this beautiful space to stage our exhibitions here. I'd like to thank the Davison Trust for their generous sponsorship this year. I'd like to thank Black Bronze for lending the plinths and their support, and also Farquharson for lending some of Gerald Lang's beautiful work. I'd like to thank the other artists, some of whom are here tonight, for their loans. And I'd also like to thank Creative Scotland and Signed Graphics, who have done these wonderful decals for the exhibitions here and elsewhere. And everybody who helped with all the exhibitions. There are 6 exhibitions at the festival this year, and I've had loads of help with making them happen. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has helped with that. They really are. And I think just to hand over now to Farquharson, Director of Black Bronze.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to continue the theme of thanks by thanking everybody behind the scenes of the Nairn Courthouse Festival for having this for making the Nairn Courthouse Festival seemingly better and better every year. I've devoted pretty much all my professional life to bronze casting, and 24 years ago I set myself a challenge to see if, the challenge was to see if a small niche manufacturing business would survive in the Highlands and still be able to compete with the London foundries. And here I am today talking to you, and members of my team are here today, and we have a fantastic building and fantastic team here in Balmakeith. And we also have an order book stretching into next summer now too, so I think we're going to be around for a good while yet. There's been many triumphs and many challenges over the years, and thankfully there have been many more triumphs than challenges. And those in the team will know what we had a pretty tricky day a couple of weeks ago, last week I mean, but no, we're here to stay, and we're very proud of that. I think the reasons, there are 3 main reasons for our survival. And I say survival rather than success because Gregor Munro once told me that if you're in business, you are a success, because what's the alternative? And survival and success are the same thing, particularly after that last quite difficult recession. The first reason, I think, is we endeavour to grow skills. We grow our own skills in-house, we have our own techniques, we give people time to learn the trade, and then we try and retain those skills, and it's those skills that are now in demand from all over the UK and beyond. The second reason is we invest heavily in our building, which is the only purpose-built facility, definitely in the UK, probably in Europe. We are the only, there's only one other foundry in the UK that does sand and lost wax casting. And for those of you that are lucky enough to have tickets for my colleague Robin's talk later in the tour, later in the festival, I'm sure you'll find that very interesting. And the last reason is just sheer down to hard work, good old-fashioned hard work. But with those 3 things that come into it are combined, we seem to have a very flexible and very competitive team, and certainly the best team out of any of our competitors. The longevity of our product and the locations that we send them to give all of us a tremendous sense of satisfaction. From the large stadiums, the city centres, Nairn Harbour, Falcon Square, and the bronzes here in this room. Every job's very, very important. Also the people we've met along the way, the fantastic artists, the great sculptors, Leonard Morris, for example, who's here with us tonight. The bosses of football clubs, cricket, rugby, museum directors, benefactors, John Paul Getty, for example, celebrities and royalty. It's been an epic journey. But the longevity of bronze is obviously a major selling point, and we, when a potential client's considering what materials to use, I always steer them in one particular direction. And I was recently at Stonehenge where I was installing a 7-metre long celestial axis marker, and I said to the director of the newly developed Stonehenge Centre that this bronze is likely to outlast the stones that they have hanging around this place. Anyway, to finish, we're very proud to be in Nairn, and we all hope with the founder that Nairn is part of us. I hope you enjoy the exhibition.
And now I'd just like to hand over to Dave Freeman, who's the chair of the Nairn Camera Club.
Yes, my sins.
Who's going to present some prizes from this year's competition.
Right, thanks. Thank you. Okay, I'm not used to this public speaking bit. I'm usually just talking to members of the camera club and they're falling asleep most of the time. So I did write a few notes down. Yeah, so as Tanera said, I'm Dave Freeman. I'm currently the president of the camera club. And last year, I was the winner of the over 18 section of this competition. And I'm very pleased to say that I think the quality of the photographs this year display a much higher quality than last year. They must do, because I didn't win it this year. Just to explain a little bit about the competition, it's open to anybody from anywhere. We had French entrants last year. The furthest this year was Dunfermline. Does that count? And what they're all out to do is put in 3 photographs on any subject they like, as long as it's bigger than a 6x4 and smaller than an A4. And they have to have a title on every image. After the images have been handed in, our club secretary puts them all together, puts them on a spreadsheet, organises them alphabetically and gives them a number. So by the title they get listed. Then so that the judges haven't got a clue who submitted what and when, because there's no names given to them. They just get given the photographs and a marking sheet with the number and the title on it. And on the back of each photograph it's got the number and the title. So quite often, if we get some good photographers along, they might win 2 prizes, because the judges haven't got a clue they're giving 2 prizes to the same person. After it's all been judged, the judging sheets are handed back to the secretary, and then she rings me up on a Monday and says, "Oh, they want to do the presentations on Friday, here's the results." Oh, thank you. So this year the prizes have been altered slightly, they've been upped a bit, and the prizes are, for 3rd place is a certificate and a cheque for £10. For 2nd place it's a certificate and a £20 cheque, and for 1st place it's a certificate, a cheque for £30, and an 18x12 canvas print that's been donated by Tez Watson down at Isle, who's always been a good supporter of the competition. Well, that's enough of my waffle for now, so let's get on the prizes, and we'll start with the under 12s. And the first one up in the under 12s, for 3rd place, Pretty Pansies, Catherine Wallace. She also came 2nd with Fuchsia Gardens, but she can't be here because she's the one from Dunfermline. And Mum said no. But the winner of the under 12s, and making a habit of it because she was the winner last year, is Rihanna Logie. She has actually achieved something which no one's ever done in the history of the Book and Arts photographic competition, and that's win it 2 years in a row. Even I haven't managed that. Right, so if we move on, and we'll go to the 12 to 18-year-old groups, and in 3rd place is, well, there's two here. In third place and in first place, with Sticks and Stones and Beach Yondle, A Boy and His Dog, is Laura McPherson Zyger. Third place one. I've got one here with an outshot on it, don't go run away. There you go. Congratulations, well done. And all that leaves me with now is the heavyweight section, as we sometimes call it, or the over 18s. Well, this can get really nasty, this competition. There's a few elbows flying in this one. Right, in joint, we ended up with joint third and a joint second place in this competition. And in joint third place was an image called Scarlet with Kate McCardle, but she can't be here tonight, so she sent her husband in her place to collect it. So Seamus,
the second best.
If you wouldn't make your checks, I've got me. Don't go running up. In joint third place, that photographic legend and master manipulator of images, me. With one called River Sickness, so you'll see that. In joint second place, with an image called Barb, was Martin Millington, who I've not been able to get hold of, but he lives in Duffus. So I'll forward that on to him when I get a chance. Also in second place, that photographic legend and master manipulator of images, me. Puts it all on his own, and on a pedestal of his own, Mr. Ian Maxwell for his image Long Shadows. Okay, thanks very much. The only other thing I'd like to say is all the images submitted for the competition will be on view in the community centre from the 2nd until the 7th of September. They're upstairs and along the corridor. Some people can't find them, but if you go upstairs and along the corridor to the end, they're in the music room, or it used to be called the music room, no, it still is not. Thank you for your time. If anybody wishes to speak to me about the Camera Club or its activities, please do so. We're also about to start the new season on the 9th of September, which makes it a great time to join the Camera Club. We've gone from strength to strength over the last 2 years or so, and we've nearly doubled the number of members in the Camera Club. So we must be doing something right. If you want any other information, you can check it out on the club's website, which is nairncameraClub.co.uk, and I'll be also putting some leaflets out for you to take away next door where the wine bottles are. That's the other thing that members of the photographic club like as well. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks very much, everybody. Enjoy your evening. I just wanted to remind everyone a couple of things. Tomorrow in the morning we have Taste at the Festival along at Nairn Community and Arts Centre. I hope you can all make it. There'll be lots and lots of lovely food producers there, and a talk by Karina Contini, and some good music as well. And then tomorrow evening is the private view of the Nairn New Highland Contemporary at Seamus Hall. And please all come along, 6:30. And enjoy the festival when it comes, and enjoy the festival exhibitions as well. Don't miss all of them. Okay. Thanks very much.